Great mothers, I shall once again require the aid of your dark magic.
The thread of destiny demands it, Grand Admiral.
Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. This is FiveXFive and I'm Simo. If you haven't already, grab your fave bevy, a seat, and let's get into it. I'm back to talk about Ahsoka. The Night Sisters are so much more interesting than Thrawn, at least from my perspective. I know Thrawn has a huge cult following from the original Timothy Zahn novels that popped up during the vacuum of Star Wars, and he was really well welcomed when he finally appeared in canon in Rebels, but I find the Night Sisters far more interesting and compelling than Thrawn. I hope they're the real antagonists of the show rather than Thrawn. So Thrawn had this amazing intro, very intimidating, very compelling. You could argue it was even more imposing than the original trilogy's entrance for the Emperor and Vader themselves. But I'm still not convinced. I don't know. I'm not convinced that an admiral in the Empire is all that more compelling and all that more dangerous and all that more of a threat than the Empire or Vader. It just doesn't make sense to me. This guy's basically a lieutenant. I mean, I know in rank he's an admiral, but he's basically a hench. So he's a really good hench, but he's still a hench. And let's face it, he lost a few years ago. He's been in exile because a single rebel cell defeated him. So why is this guy such a threat to everyone? I'm not sold on that. And we're supposed to believe he's a threat because he's this super genius. But the problem with writing super geniuses is that the writer writing them has to be as smart as the character. If they're not, you're just telling us the guy's a genius, but there's no real genius level plan that's an average IQ writer is going to be able to come up with. So what's the genius level plan that this genius level character has got that we're all supposed to be so afraid of? I don't know, I'm stuck. I'm not seeing it. At least so far, his intelligence hasn't been shown to be that formidable or formidable enough to deserve his reputation. In fact, leaving Sabine alive to go find Ezra is a flaw. It completely undermines the audience's belief in his unrivaled, unmatched intelligence. Because a truly intelligent master strategist wouldn't be like, oh, we're going to keep him alive so he can lead us to whoever. He's going to instead go, hey, I survived in exile, and so has Ezra so far. In fact, all the evidence that we have so far about Thrawn undermines his credibility as a super strategist, super intellect. If Ezra is alive, which we now know he is, that means Thrawn never defeated Ezra when they arrived in their new location. And if he was so good, how was he not able to find, capture, and either kill or turn Ezra? That undermines his credibility as an ultimate bad guy. And then on top of that, he makes the decision to let Sabine go find Ezra for him. Well, I guess we're supposed to decide that that's super brilliant that he's using Sabine to go find Ezra for him. That's kind of basic bad guy 101. The real genius, intellect, super strategist move would be to eliminate Sabine. Of course, that doesn't work for the narrative, but it would be to eliminate Sabine because he should be sitting there going, well, here I am getting rescued by my minions, and if I leave Sabine and Ezra even alive in exile, eventually somebody's gonna find them and bring them back the same way they brought me back. A smart strategist would see that. A smart strategist wouldn't be like, oh, well, we're going to keep them alive and use them to find Ezra. Why is he still looking for Ezra? He's already been beaten. There's so many things that kind of don't add up with Thrawn, which I feel all undermine the quality of Thrawn's character and the validity of him as a master strategist and genius intellect and like ultimate threat. I can't see Thrawn as being anything more than just another lieutenant, another minion again. And hopefully the Night Sisters and whatever they answer to is the real threat of this show and the story going forward. I love that line, I shall once again need your help, great mothers. What does he mean by that once again? My money is on the stormtroopers. Those stormtroopers he has, they're all dead. Yeah, my call is those stormtroopers are dead. They are an undead army, and the cargo that they're loading into the ship from the catacombs is more undead army. They're people-sized cargo. Those things look like Star Wars caskets. They're people-sized, and I'm pretty sure that's just more army waiting to be deployed. And I mean, if his master plan is just to go back to the original galaxy and resurrect all the dead stormtroopers with the help of the Great Mothers and raise an undead army to fight an undead uprising, I mean, that sounds interesting, but it's still a little bit, really? Come on. The master plan is to just raise an undead army to finally win again? I don't know, it just seems cheap. I do like that Thrawn calls out Sabine's gambling the safety of the galaxy for the life of her friend and the safety of her friend. I think that was genius. She really should feel bad about it. And of course, he also dubiously thanks her for saving him. That was really good dialogue on their part, but it still doesn't really excuse like the other decisions he's made. So that's what I thought. What did you think? Let me know what you think in the comments. That's a wrap for now. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe and look out for each other.